I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Anthony Polanco. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
Very good, man. Very good. Very blessed.
It's a great pleasure to connect with you, my friend. Please do tell us, what parts of the world are you in right now?
I'm in the middle of California. Grew up here, and this is where I live. This is where I work, and I love it.
How are the fires treating you?
Oh, it's ugly. It's bad, but it's Mother Nature doing her thing, and we're just doing our best to breathe as healthy as possible.
All right, my friend. Well, tell me, which of your talents is responsible for us meeting?
We met over LinkedIn, so I don't know if it was definitely the marketing talent, but I don't know if it was your talent or mine. But I'm glad we connected.
I love how you said that. Well, yeah, it's definitely our talent, right? It's because there's
Yep.
something that you've been doing that's responsible for us clashing in this time, in this space of life, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a smaller world on the internet than we give it credit.
Yeah. Well, what the reason I found you is because of the podcast you do. It's God XP, right?
That's right. Yep, I've been doing it for about 18 months. It's a spirituality, self-realization talk show, and it's been good. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me. I mean, it's been almost 2 years that you've been doing this, right?
Yeah, so I started from just sharing my story online and on YouTube and Snapchat, and I had a lot of questions about meditation and Christianity and how I came about, and so I decided to start a show so that I could share more in long form, with people, and then I started having guests on and sharing their stories about their spiritual lives, and so it's been fun. It's a slow growing, but it's been really good.
Yeah. So express to me the God XP and the name and where you got that from.
Yeah, so I just thought, my whole life I've just devoted it to kind of figuring out what it means, what God means, and what spirituality means. And so, I've realized that over time, over the course of my life, I've been able to grow as a person because of my spiritual pursuit. So I thought, XP, like experience points, like in a video game, like
Sweet.
life is like a video game, and the spirituality is a something we can continue to grow.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. I love it. XP. God XP. So who did you learn the skills? Uh, the skills of what should we touch on? Well, let's talk about the skills of understanding that people and sharing your story is one of the keys to learning faster.
Yeah, so I realized, at a really young age that people are looking for, connection with other people. I was a missionary as a child and traveled all over the world, and sharing my story as a kid, it touched, adults and kids alike. So it made me realize that as the more I share about myself, the more other people can gain and benefit from just another person's perspective. And so it's been a blessing to my life, and it's guided and directed the way that my life's taken shape.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah, it
I
is. It's an adventure.
Yeah. So given the adventure part of it, there are definitely the ups and downs, right? Tell us why.
Absolutely.
Tell us why you'll continue to repeat this skill, Anthony.
Well, like you said, there's been a lot of ups and downs. My life's been hasn't always been easy. It's been I went through a really major depression, and I have everything to thank, this mindset for getting me out of it and bringing me to a place where I can be a successful person again. And so, the self improvement and self realization has been the single factor for improving my life and getting me back on my feet and being a successful person again over the past few years. So I'm really grateful for it. So that's why I know, that's the path I want to continue on.
Well, tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I think along with that is just focusing on myself and consciously evaluating who I am as a person, and reading a lot of books and seeking out mentors, and um, continuing my learning as a businessman and as a spiritual man, and with my health, and just so I think self-improvement is something that that is the overall theme, something I've done over the past few years, that's really helped me grow.
How does it make you feel?
Feels great, absolutely. I mean, life is not easy, even today. And the more, it's like Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. It's not always easy, but it feels good to know that I found myself and I'm on the right path.
Let's say there's someone out there listening that may be going through something that you've gone through, be it depression at that stage of their life. Why would you suggest they do what you've done?
Only because, the people that I've looked up to as a kid growing up, this is how they did it. And so this is how I've done it. And I don't have all the answers. I try not to preach what people should do, but I always say that, hey, this worked for me. And if it resonates with you and it resonates with your soul, and then I recommend it, because it's put me in the place that I've always dreamed of, and it's helped me create this the story of my life that I really am proud of and happy to be living.
Love it. Amazing audience. We are live with Anthony Polanco. Anthony is the podcast host of God XP. Do check that out. Anthony, let's switch gears for a moment now, and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water.
Yes, I love it.
Anthony, what is your earliest childhood memory?
That's a really good question. I think if I look back, I'm thinking about when I was really young, playing in my backyard is something I did a lot. And I remember playing hide and seek with a few cousins of mine. And I scratched myself on a nail. I was hiding underneath a slat of wood. And I remember not crying about how bad it hurt, because I didn't want to be found and lose the game. And that memory sticks with me forever. I can't even tell you how young I was, but I was very little. And just wanting to cry and not crying was, it sticks out to me forever, because, kids, they'll cry, as soon as they have to. So that's like probably the earliest childhood memory I have.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think it was before 3 or after 3 years old?
I think probably around 3 or 4. Yeah.
Wow. Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Yes, absolutely.
I just love the idea that you've been a person that has contained your emotions. And that being done, you've grown to realize the value now of sharing your emotions. And not just your emotions, but helping other people share their emotions as well. Which is pretty intriguing.
That is. Yeah, that's a powerful observation. That's really good.
Yeah. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
Favorite song. I grew up listening as a kid. I listened to a lot of Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, and so one of their songs must have been my favorite. I was probably by 12 a little embarrassed to still be listening to that, but it was probably the only artist I listened to at that time.
Yeah. Tell me one song.
Let's see. Maybe NSYNC. They had a few good ones. I think probably Bye 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 was one of theirs. Must have been my favorite.
Well, you've done so many traveling, right? Like if it's one thing you've been saying consistently is bye bye bye, right?
Right, absolutely. Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, well, Anthony, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to go pretty quickly here. Anthony, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Actually, yes. I think everyone in the world I would like to give my skills to.
Are you married?
Not yet, but one day.
Do you have children?
No, not yet.
Do you believe in God?
Absolutely, yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, I keep them very close.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No, not at all.
How about 3 hours a week?
Maybe 3 a week, yeah.
And what about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
More than 8. It's my life, my livelihood.
Anthony, after having 1,001 conversations in 3 months, I came up with a workbook, the name of it being Yours, and it stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. As you dig deeper into your own unique real self, there's a part of the book that speaks about your own unique real statement, your mission. If you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Anthony Polanco, what would you say that is?
Continually seeking spiritual truth.
Love it. Anthony, this was a great pleasure, my friend. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Of course, reach out to me and get in touch with me. I would love to meet you and get to know you and speak with you. It would be my pleasure and honor.
Anthony Polanco, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Angel, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.